So, let me guess, you're stuck staring at that scrappy upgrade screen, aren't you? You see right there, 3 lemons, 3 apricots, and you've been running missions back to back, looting every single container you find, only to come back totally empty handed. Meanwhile, your loyal rooster companion is no closer to his next big upgrade. You've probably asked in squad chat, hey, anyone know where any lemons are? And just got a shrug in response. The frustration is real, that passive income Scrappy brings is a game changer for your hideout, and being blocked by a piece of fruit feels like a low blow. Well, the search is officially over. In this guide, I'm going to show you the exact no fluff lemon tree locations on every map that matters. That's all but one apparently, getting you straight to the goods without the headaches. We'll cover the absolute best farming spots, the high risk alternatives, and a little tip to help you guys out towards the end. And yeah, so it'll help you get your lemons and get out alive. Forget fruitless searching. By the end of this, you'll have a clear plan to finally get Scrappy that upgrade he desperately deserves. Let's get into this. Now, when it comes to farming lemons, one location is way better than all the others, the northwest corner of the Blue Gate map. You're obviously, of course, heading to the Olive Grove and the nearby northwest village called the Ruined Homestead. That's basically just the Olive Grove area, don't stress too much. So this area is hands down one of the most consistent and reliable places to find lemon trees in the game. The second you load into the Blue Gate, open your map and ping the dense patch of trees in the top left quadrant of the olive grove, and as you get close you need to know what you're looking for. Now, lemon trees look different from the others. They're usually a lighter green and have a more rounder, more shrub-like shape than the tall, pale olive trees. Now, once you're in the grove, the hunt is on. You can find lemons in two main ways. First, you can just scan the ground right underneath the lemon trees. The bright yellow fruit obviously is pretty easy to spot in the grass. Or secondly, the more direct method is to actually walk up to the trunk of the lemon tree. You'll get a prompt to kick it, which shakes a few more lemons loose for you to grab. Don't just spam the tree though, each one only drops a limited amount of fruit per raid, so your best bet is to move from tree to tree. Now, even though this is a really good spot, it's not totally safe. The olive grove is wide open, making you an easy target for not only ARC patrols, but more importantly, other players. Since this is a well-known spot for lemons and olives, it gets a lot of traffic. You'll probably run into other raiders there for the exact same reasons you're there. So here's a thought from the community and myself: if you see other players, just try a friendly crouch spam before you start shooting. You might actually make a temporary fruit picking buddy there. Now, a much safer alternative will be the village in the northernmost part of this map. Now, this area is littered with lemons and apricot trees and is a much safer option than the olive grove. Personally, I always come here as the chances of running into a fellow raider is a hell of a lot lower, so keep this place in mind as well if you don't want any of the headaches that the olive grove naturally brings. So, if you find the Blue Gate map is just a little bit too crowded, there's another great spot. However, it's a lot more dangerous. Your destination is Murano Park, the big green space right in the heart of the map. Now, you can also find lemon and apricot trees in the smaller garden area between the library and the town hall as well, but this is the main little area. Now, the method is the same as Blue Gate. Find the right trees, check the ground, and then kick the trunks for more fruit. The problem isn't finding them though, it's surviving long enough to loot them. Murano Park is one of the hottest zones in Buried City. It's crawling with ARC bots like spotters and snitches, and to top it off, a massive Bastion unit often patrols the park's center. Now, the tall buildings all around you can be both a blessing and a curse. They offer some cover from the bots, but they're also perfect sniper nests for other players to watch the park and pick off anyone who gets too greedy. My personal advice from Murano Park is to be fast. Don't linger, run in, spot a few trees, grab what you can, and get out. And the good news is there is a metro station for extract right next to the park, which gives you a quick escape if you need to, well, get out with your loot without drawing too much attention, I guess. Now, for a slightly less stressful time in Buried City, you can also check the residential zones like the Grandioso apartments. Right in front of them is a handful of lemon trees ripe for the taking. This part of the map is much less contested and offers a much safer alternative than the Murano Park area to this map. Now, Spaceport is probably the last place you should be going if you're farming fruits, because, well, purely and simply because it doesn't really have that many locations. There are some, but this map is well known for its mechanical industrial loot rather than its nature-based items. However, if you do happen to be doing a mission on this map, there are a few key areas to watch out for. So at the back of the arrival building is a car park, and located just behind said car park is a handful of lemon and apricot trees. This location is probably the best one on the map due to its position. Raiders rarely come by this way, so it's your safest bet if you want to quickly grab some lemons before extracting. Alternatively though, the staff car park area in front of the electrical substation down south offers a variety of both lemon and apricot trees, however is located right near the loot hotspot where a large majority of raiders will be going on this map, so this isn't your safest bet for fruit, but still worth checking out if you're in the area. Now, one last thing to mention before we go is to keep an eye out for the Lush Blooms event. This significantly increases the yield and spawn rates of all natural based loot, including lemons. So if you see this event, stop what you are doing and get in there, because one Lush event is all you need to gather all the lemons, apricots, and mushrooms you will need for Scrappy's upgrades. Like, across all of his upgrades. Trust me, you'll thank me later. And that is it. That is everything you need to know to end your frustrating search for lemons. You now have a complete guide to the best spawns in the game, from the packed groves of Blue Gate to the dangerous gardens of Buried City. You know what the trees look like, what to watch out for, and how to cash in on the Lush Blooms event. Now you can finally get Scrappy upgraded and enjoy that sweet passive income of materials. Now, if this guide did help you out, do me a favor and drop a like on the video and consider subscribing for more straight to the point Arc Raiders guides. I'm all about bringing you the no fluff content to help you out on the frontier. Let me know in the comments below what material you're struggling with next, and who knows, I might just make that my next guide. Now go get those lemons, Raider.